Moria swung open, and all of us went in. But before we could go further, a terrible tentacled creature attacked from the water behind us.
One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Hey there everyone, this is Ray Carcillo for Classic Game Room, and today we're going to be looking at Lord of the Rings, ARAGORN'S Quest for the Nintendo Wii from Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. In ARAGORN'S Quest, you begin the game replaying the final events of the trilogy, distracting the Eye of Sauron to allow Frodo and Sam to climb up Mount Doom. After several waves of orcs and trolls, you then are transported back to the present day, set 15 years after the final events of the trilogy, and you are playing as Sam Gamgee's son, named after his best friend, of course, Frodo. Sam is now the mayor of Hobbiton in the Shire, and the entire Shire is in a state of organized chaos at the moment, as the king is planning to visit his old friend Sam to commemorate the events of that fateful journey. As other hobbits are busy preparing for the festivities, Sam begins to tell his son and other children the fine details of his and Frodo's journey with Aragorn, how the Fellowship came to be, and the trials they had to face on their way to the summit of Mount Doom. Of course, as Sam tells the story to his son Frodo, you get to play through those events as you take up Aragorn's sword. From fighting trolls, orcs, and ring wraiths as you escort Frodo and Sam once more, to fulfilling mini-quests for the many different people you'll come across on your journey, Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest has a bit of a Fable feel, but with watered-down RPG elements. Or The Legend of Zelda, but without the puzzles and labyrinths. In fact, much like Fable 2, you even have the option of laying down a golden path to lead you on your way, as it is very easy to get turned around due to poor camera movement. And like The Legend of Zelda, there are levels you play completely on horseback, breaking through enemy lines with spear, sword, or bow and arrows in hand. Since the story of Lord of the Rings is already laid out for you, and most people are already familiar with the ending, it's not a big deal for you to complete many of the mini-quests in the game, at least compared to other fantasy games, since you're not rewarded in experience to level up. You're simply usually given silver or gold to buy items that might help you on your long and tedious journey. Depending on how much of a fan you are of the series, though, a positive or negative is that this story won't take you anywhere near the amount of time to get through as the movies. The entire trilogy is wrapped up across 8 chapters, and so the entire game, if you're just playing the story and not as concerned with helping everyone you meet or finding every item, should only take about 7 to 8 hours to blow through. One nice thing about this game is that since the entire Fellowship has to travel with Aragorn, is that there is a co-op mode that allows you to play as Aragorn and Gandalf. Unfortunately, it's only 2-player and not 4-player co-op, and it's only locally available. It is kind of disappointing that they didn't have 4-player co-op, since there was 9 beings to the Fellowship after all, so it's not as if there was a shortage of characters. And so even the co-op mode is a little disappointing in those regards. This lack of co-op options and unnecessary collectibles really hurts the clear attempt at bolstering the replay value. Another negative for the game is the cartoony look. I understand that the Wii isn't as strong when it comes to the graphics department, but it just doesn't work for Lord of the Rings. Look, I'm just as big a fan of hack and slash as much as the next guy, but we consider the lack of difficulty, poorly implemented RPG elements, and the game's cartoony look, I think you'd be better off just rewatching the trilogy than actually picking up Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest.